Cyrus stops and I stopped in. Cyrus stops and I stop in turn. We are now in front of a fountain. It took me the entire time till now to realize the city streets are deserted. The doorways are even clear of those ragged children who would ask us for pennies. Could it be that everyone is listening to the address? Before I can drift off on the sot, Cyrus looks down at me. A nuclear weapon is one that can kill a lot of people and destroy a lot of things almost instantly. Excuse me? Honestly, Winter, what did you think I meant earlier when I said a lot of dying could be expected? I won't go into details, but it's not something you would have been taught about yet. I've dealt with it before, though you're lucky. I'm not lucky at all. Not even the littlest, slightest. What the fuck? What kind of sentence? Okay. What kind of thing is that? Is it magic? Oh, she doesn't know what a nuclear weapon is? This isn't a magic world, Winter. The higher ups, you won't be going to those just yet. They're less fun than they sound. Oh. I should not be going to the worlds with wars either. Point. You can check your codex for information about what we'll be doing with if you'd like. I need to contact support and update them anyway, so at least it will give you something to do while you wait. What is it called exactly? Just nuclear weapon seems rather broad, like spear weapon or fruit drink. I believe that it's a fusion bomb. While Barnaby didn't specify, the rumor I heard supports it. Although it makes sense considering their reactors. Reactors? You forgot? We saw them when we first arrived. This country utilizes fusion reactors for power. Oh, right. The looming and shadowy giants that stand on the distant steps. I remember not wanting to remember them. They were disconcerting. Like many other things here, they looked a mess, and unlike many other things here, they vibrated. I thought they were going to violently break apart. Anyway, fusion bombs should be under weapons, obviously. It's technically not pure fusion, but most worlds can only do so much. Not pure. Well, it's a limited reaction jump started by fission. True fusion bombs are rather like man-made stars. Stars are beautiful. Not the word I'd use for those. Just keep the distinction in mind and read the fusion bomb entry. Right. Understood. I mumble this as Cyrus turns from me and begins raising his wrist to his mouth. He suddenly pauses, though, and addresses me again. Oh, and Winter, while you're at it, check out the appropriate entries pertaining to this world. Always mind your codex. It could save lives. Remember to keep tabs on it. Is that this thing down here? Understood, sir. I look at my own wrist. Both of us are sporting bracelets which look very similar to stylish and thin digital watches. We have to regularly hide them from view, as we are advised that we are considered suspicious looking. They're considered yeah, whatever. Hey, Cyrus. Oh, this is him. Hey, it's Cyrus. You guys probably noticed there's a lot of trouble at this world. Yes, more trouble. Cut the cutesy crap, this isn't the time. I'm actually... Oh, he's actually what, exactly? I look at him. He notices that I'm listening, shifts a little, and walks out of my range of hearing. God damn. This is worrisome. I look back at my wrist device. I'm ICD. Interplanar Communicational Device. A name which does not actually cover all of that it does. It also carries a database and tells time and probably 1,000 other things as it is fancy. Honestly, if there is anything magical I have encountered so far as a student mediator, it is most definitely the ICD, scientific magic or some such. basically does everything. This is how we got the other worlds and teleport around them. It can open up a tiny pocket dimension for holding things. An inventory, it's called. I think that's pretty cool. It's like a video game. Whoa! It came back from my own world. I would never have imagined. Right now I need to access the codex. I focus this thought, open the codex, and the device recognizes the command and is linked with my mind, which is awesome. What the fuck? Wow. A tiny holographic scream emits from the device in a rather inconspicuous fashion, yet still an acceptably readable size. I begin to navigate the database, searching for, well, let's see, Sewell, Brighton, Gabriel, and Ferdia too, I suppose. I think I'll leave the fusion bomb for last. Okay, so this is, hold on. I decided to keep, some water near me this time, since this game is very mouthy. Let's look at Brighton first. Brighton is a minor society on that number, Sewell, with strong historical and present connections to both Gabriel and Ferdia. A site of several rich minor deposits, and it was previously a Gabriel colony, but gained independence 120 Sewell years ago. It also shares a large portion of its border with Ferdia, and a truce has been signed between Gabriel and Ferdia concerning the territory. Brighton was still a colony at the time. Although Brighton shares the technology advancement of its mother country, it does not share its prosperity, and is economically weak by comparison. The Brighton people are a hard-working and closely knit group, and tend to describe themselves metaphorically as ants. The society has not been visited yet. Wait, okay. I thought I was already in Brighton. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Okay, so, let's see. They're a little poorer, came from, Gabriel, branched off, share a lot of borders with these people, and what did it say about advancement? Shares a technological advancement as Gabriel, so they're on the same level, like, technology, but their economy's worse. Okay, well, let's look at Gabriel then. Oh wow, look, there's a thingy. Gabriel is a major society on that thing. It is one of the 3 most significant societies in said world, marked by extreme wealth and influence. It is the richest society of Sewell, and has connections with nearly all Sewell societies. Gabriel is currently, patriarchal. Wait, what is that? Patriarchal. I don't know. Patriarchal monarchy. I'll have to look that up later. With socialist learnings, government-funded health, education, welfare. Okay. The majority of mediations on Sewell have dealt with this society. Gabrians began as nomadic trading people, quickly establishing a reputation of their amiability and good dealings. Trust was heavily placed in them for their reliability, and they often ended up playing intermediately between several budding nations on their home continent. Eventually, seeing the value in their messages, they were charged to carry between countries. They began trading information, their mobility, connections, mercenary escort, and knowledge of secrets protected them from assault, and soon the nomads became rather notorious. At some point in time, they found a Gabriel nation along the coast of their continent. Pretty much the whole continent is a coast, I guess. From their new settlement, they amassed a military and turned to imperialistic goals. It did not take them long to have much of the world under their influence, with colonies on every continent and the grasp on most countries. Gabriel is also largely responsible for the technological advancement of that shitload of fuck. Their ingenuity and cleverness mixed with opportunism has pushed scientific discovery along much faster than the average system. They have managed to develop and act upon nuclear theory powering their society and old colonies with rudimentary, somewhat experimental nuclear fusion reactors. Their latest project has been the construction of artificial islands of Sewell's oceans. Currently, Gabriel remains at the top of Sewell society. While it has granted technical freedom to all of its colonies, it seems that they are still leashed in some way or another to their mother country. Oh shit! Oh no, no! I didn't want to do that. Okay, so Gabriel's essentially like the big dog that still has ties and is... Oh my goodness. Do I really have to read all of this? Is this entirely necessary? You know what I'll do is I'll read it. I'll cut it out, like I'll cut out like all of the reading, and then I'll come back and basically explain the big shit that has to do with it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so anyway, what I got out of this is that Sewell is a planet, and I kind of started to figure it out. So when it says Sewell years, then that means that years, like according to this planet, a lot of oceans, pretty salty, pretty acidic, gets a lot of fish, pretty good for food and the economy. Faraday is really aggressive, and they do a lot of art, literature, music, that kind of stuff. Least problematic, I'm pretty sure, or not as problematic as Gabriel. They're like a military superpower. So yeah, and then this fusion bomb thing explains explains that it's a bomb. So anyway, let's get back to this. Certainly, this is amazing. I smiled pleasantly in admiration of technology. Most unfortunately, my smile is very, very temporary. As it turns out, the fusion bomb is incredibly horrible. It is a weapon that will detonate and destroy everything in a very large radius with a disturbing rapidity. Rapidity, I think it said. In its wake is a kind of miasma so powerful that it sticks to a place for several decades before dissipating. It causes sickness to those who did not die and greatly increases the chance of cancer and mutations in the children of the survivors. Once again, I am affronted by the sense of unreality that has persisted since my induction into the meteor... Well, okay, I remember having issues with this before. Mediatorum. Okay. This is not even something you would read about in storybooks. This is not a thing one can imagine. Why would you kill somebody else? Why would you kill hundreds, thousands, millions? And what's more, with such effects? What does that accomplish? They said I would not understand it for a long time, that it would be covered later in my schooling, and that until then I would not be allowed to mediate wars. I need to understand this now, though. It may go down in a matter of hours. What will happen if I remain in this foolish ignorance of mine? My heart thumps and my stomach twists. I put my hand over my mouth and squeeze my eyes shut. I'm not the type to freak out, but I'm freaking out today. A lot. Winter. Come on, calm down. We'll make it through this. You'll be better for it, okay? I close my codex and look at Cyrus, who has placed his hands on my shoulders. The gesture does not help. For some reason, it makes me feel worse. My heart tightens and tears escape from my eyelids. Ah, poor Winter! I feel the same feeling that comes when I imagine how it would be if my dad were to die. Only the feeling is much more distorted and disgusting. She thinks a lot of things are disgusting. I answer Cyrus with a warbling voice, and my emotions are in tatters. I'm sorry, sir, but I don't understand. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Winter, come on. Hey, you aren't stupid. You're a smart girl. I am. I'm incredibly stupid, you know it. You're just a bit hard-headed. It's okay. You're young, Winter, and you're strong, too. You're strong, Winter. I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I raise my head and look at his face. Aw, Well, now he's back to regular Cyrus. Through my tears, I can see that Cyrus's cheeks are more flushed than my own. He jumps a little, as if he were startled, and hugs my head to his chest. My heart is beating very fast, and I clutch the bottom of his shirt. When he speaks, his voice reverberates through his body in a powerful way. So powerful that I can even feel a little more confident. We will not fail. I lift my head and look at him again. He shivers and looks from me to the fountain. I'll make sure of it. But only if you shape up. I'm terrified. I know. Okay. Let's finish this up, alright? I push away from him and wipe my eyes and cheeks. I feel as though this is too much for me to take. It's hard enough to have faith in Cyrus. The further I go down the path of a meteor, the harder it is to have faith in anything. Still, if I feel this is so wrong, then I have to stop it, right? I should stop this from happening. I should stop this war, plainly and simply.